last season. It was a 1-1 draw at Boreham Wood, the normal home ground for Arsenal. Beth Mead scored very late on in the game, and then there was an equaliser, an own goal that made it 1-1. Carter finds goalkeeper and Katrin Berger. The most consistent in the league. They're signed from Birmingham. I've said many times in commentary, it's remarkable she's still playing football really at the highest level. She was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2017. She's back playing very, very quickly. A lot of players in women's football have intriguing backstories. A lot of them have faced huge challenges in their life. Nearly one back by Jess Carter. Referee saw something in there. Carter left the foot in. He didn't like the challenge there on Beth Mead. Said she scored very late on for the Arsenal. It was an own goal by Ruben Moy on the stroke of full time that got Chelsea the point. They'd beaten Arsenal 3-0 at home, harder with a couple in Fran Kirby last season, and they thrashed them 4-1 in the League Cup. Gura Wrighton scored a couple that day and plays today for Chelsea. She's in the D there with the red boots, second to the left of that picture. Into the box it goes, cleared away by Carter. So look to get Anna Iwabuchi on the ball straight away. She started off on the left-hand side and quite high up on the left-hand side. A successful time back in Scandinavia, Jonas Eidevall at Rosengard. He was there in 3 different spells. He was at Helsingborg for a little while as an assistant. Looped on by Cuthbert. We start off on the right-hand side with Beth England through the middle. Pernilla Harder on that left. Erin Cuthbert is so versatile though. Last season we saw a left side midfield, out and out left winger, more central in the 10 role. I thought she was very unlucky not to be picked for Team GB. No Jordan Nobbs at the moment for Arsenal, picked up an injury in pre-season. So they are missing a couple. And Lauren James not fit enough yet to start for Chelsea or be involved, the summer signing from Manchester United. Carter, back to Millie Bright. In here to G, the wonderful talent she is. Wrighton. The one thing that Chelsea might look to for G this season is more goals. No one has scored more goals for South Korea than she. Only 4 last season for Chelsea. As they swept all before them, apart from Barcelona in the Champions League final. That's the one they really want to capture now. A buzz of noise, a little bit of a hubbub, but on a very warm Sunday afternoon in North London. It's gone a little bit like a Sunday afternoon picnic atmosphere momentarily. It will pick up again though. Wrighton, Harder. Bethany England back to G. Eve Charles. Charles starting as the right wing back or right side midfield player, more like a right wing back with them shaping as a back three. Here's G, dropped a shoulder, pushed into the penalty area, looks for the run of Harder. She was leaning down, it's a free kick. Good interchange though. She just levered the Arsenal player off the ball. Frida Marnham, new signing from Linköpings. At the Euro 17 finals for Norway and at World Cup 2019. She's only 22. She's a competitive player, can pass the ball decently as well. Big hole to fill there with Van der Donk leaving to go to Lyon. We'll see how Chelsea shape up with Jess Carter to the right-hand side of Millie Bright and then Eriksson to the left. Neve Charles as the right wing back, really. In behind, Beth Mead. Maritz. Molly Williamson. It's a foul. Wrighton, who's having a double up today, duties as left wing back. So she won the ball. Went through Beth Mead. And Katie McCabe will take this free kick, which means it'll swing in. Missed a minute this season for Arsenal in their 3 competitive games, all in Champions League qualifying. Now you can hear the Arsenal fans find their voice. Mead takes it, it's beyond the goalkeeper, may have got a touch, we'll wait and see. She didn't. Well, hopelessly underneath the cross there, Ann Katchenberger. They got away with it. Very consistent season last season for the German international goalkeeper. Awkward ball for Neve Charles to deal with, and she didn't control it particularly well. Miedemar dropping deep. McCabe with the cross. To Melanie Leupolz, it wasn't a good ball to her by G, who's advanced onto it now. Covers ground very quickly, 10 gone. Here's Neve Charles. Later came McCabe. England. Just a little clip there. She caught Frida Marnham, tripped her up. The new Arsenal manager has gone for a very industrious looking midfield pairing of Leah Velti, the Swiss international. He only played one of those 3 Champions League qualifiers, and that was from the bench alongside Marnham. Velti going towards the ball on that far side of your pitch with the red boots. Been at the club for some 3 years. Chance for her to stake a claim as a regular starter. Hasn't really been that so far. Iwabuchi, lovely spun ball here to McCabe, and away it goes. Just too far. for Beth Mead, but the flag was raised anyway. It's a beautiful pass. Watch this, spun outside of the boot. It's Natalie Aspinall, the assistant on the far side, raised the flag. More animated, perhaps, on the bench than Joe Montemore's predecessor was. Slipped by Jem Beattie. Did she handle it on the ground? And McCabe has conceded the free kick. Comes from the great sporting family, daughter of Lions in Scotland, John, sister of Scottish international rugby player Johnny Beattie.
Remember to move the line with the fake one.
Fans are in the lower tier on the east side of the ground, opposite side from the dugout, so you will hear the words of the coaching staff. Cuthbert with the free kick in. And that's a header that's easily dealt with. Magdalena Eriksson, who does get goals. Iwabuchi. McCabe can play further forward, has done in those 3 games so far. Irish international. Williamson. Miedemar making the run in behind. Beth Mead is in the middle. Checks back against Carter and scores! That is a typical Vivian Miedemar goal. Arsenal are ahead against the champions. Lyon came calling, they wanted her. She stayed at Arsenal, she's desperately important for them. 24 goals last season. She's edging towards 100 for the club. And that's her first of the WSL season. Took it in her stride, then steps back against Carter. We've seen her do that so many times before. As she steps back, she knows that Carter's then, because of her body position, is going to mask the goalkeeper, and Katrin Berger would not be able to see it until too late. And by the time she saw it, it was inside a near post. 1-0 Arsenal. For club and country, 352 games, 306 goals. Truly remarkable. That's her 15th in 9 games. Tail end of last season, start of this, including the Olympics, where she scored an incredible 10 goals. By Williamson. A foul on Beth Mead. Because of new domestic TV deals, players in the WSL will come under more scrutiny than ever before. There's live games being shown every week. There will be more social media pressure. Referees will come under more scrutiny. This is one of the best in the game, by the way, Rebecca Welsh. Oh, they all deal with it. Miedemar, that's a lovely ball in, saw the run of Kim Little, but no one saw the promise of Kim Little's break. She's in razor-sharp form at the moment. Miedemar, good awareness. But that's where Arsenal needed someone in that 6-yard area. coach of Arsenal thought that ball was out. Down by Marnham. He had a very good spell when he was at Rosengard, the young coach. And 3 titles in the cup there. For a little while he worked in the men's game at Helsingborgs. He was assistant to Henrik Larsson. Started coaching when he was 23. Jennifer Beattie. Marnham made herself available many times so far in the game. McCabe tries the big crossfield ball now. Chelsea got a bit of a problem. Cuthbert got hit. "18 minutes gone. Millie Bright tries to get Chelsea into some sort of rhythm. Here she is again. Emma Hayes did vary her formations last season, but when they had everyone fit, including Maren Mjelde, who's been out for quite a while now, the regular right full-back, it was predominantly a 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2. We started here with a 3. By Sinsberger. Caught in possession was Marnham. Won back very quickly by Leah Valti. Chelsea thought that was a foul on Beth England, and they picked it up again here with G. Williamson was very calm under pressure. Won it there, Bethany England, and just stubbed her toe, I think, as she went to kick down on the ball. May have jarred her ankle in doing it. Very much a confidence player. Needs to feel buoyed by goals. One of those players who I think needs to feel loved at a club. Admits that when she went to Chelsea from Doncaster Bell, she was a little bit overawed. Went out to Liverpool on loan, scored goals there. Went back and did terrifically well. WSL Player of the Year, Chelsea Player of the Year. But too often found herself on the outside looking in last season. Here's a problem for the Arsenal goalkeeper. The Chelsea coaching staff, by the way, augmented by the arrival of Tanya Oxtoby, the former Bristol manager, Bristol City manager. Player in a day. She's got good assistants, has Emma Hayes. She's paid tribute to them this week. Paul Green and Stuart Searle, and he's ready. Chelsea women backed so strongly by the parent club. That's so crucial. As was this opening goal. I think she knew exactly what she was going to do. She glanced to her right-hand side. There's no way she was going to pass it. Great check back inside. There's the little glance to see if the goalkeeper was out of position. Just the tiny little glance. And she's done that so many times. one of the great goal scorers in the history of women's football. Clinical finish. Huge cheer went up from a crowd that's estimated at being 7,000 strong. We're back underway. Easy dealt with by Minnie Bright. Here's Carter. A run of starts at the end of the season, including the Champions League final. She's strong there. Gets a challenge by Iwabuchi. Tackles beginning to fly in. The Arsenal coach liked the physicality of that. A yellow card. Katie McCabe got beyond Iwabuchi, who dug in deep, and then in came the Irish international and gets a yellow card. She got frustrated. She thought that Arsenal should have had a free kick. It was an ungainly challenge. Don't think she could complain, really. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Miedemar the scorer. The main difference, Chelsea at the moment, with the back three, haven't really been able to deal with that. Great to see so many of the opening games being played at the big grounds, the iconic grounds. Harder. Gura Wrighton. Putting hard, a little bit too much to do. And brought deftly out. It's a good interchange of passes as well. And a strong start, Leah Volti, in that midfield area. Chelsea just struggling a little bit to find a rhythm. Interesting to hear that Emma Hayes saying though beforehand that she was going to entrust this opening game to those players who've been with her throughout the 2 months building up to this opening game. Aware that the Olympic Games would have taken a lot out of her players who went over to Japan. To live in bubbles of tight restrictions. Team GB management were telling me that very restrictive when they started off the campaign over there. Security guards on hotel floors, and were prohibited from talking to local people, all because of COVID. Here's Little, lovely drop of the shoulder. Out by Marnham. Miedemar again in this position. She loves to roll in. Look at the blue shirts around her this time. And she's dispossessed by one of them. And Cuthbert won it for Chelsea. She's off and flying. Bethany England. Danita Harder's on the far side. Arsenal now got players back. Chi. Leah Williamson will stride out. Marnham. Again, Miedemar was causing danger. She's picked it up again. If Mead has stayed down. Looks for the pass now. And a low shot by Marnham is easily dealt with by Ann-Katrin Berger. But once again, the playmaker was Miedemar. Straight at the goalkeeper. That's a decent scoring record in Swedish football, 24 goals and 89 for Linköpings. Cuthbert. New Charles. You can hear the Chelsea coaching staff say go 1-to-1, one-on-one. Take them on. Here's Cuthbert. 27 minutes gone. If you just joined us, Kerr and Kirby only on a strong Chelsea bench. Nikita Paris on the home team's bench. And here's Millie Bright. Once again, it's Miedemar. Iwabuchi arriving. Has to veer wide. Beth Mead's on the far side of the penalty area. Arnhem's got up in support. Tight control, super from Iwabuchi. And that's a better drive this time from Arnhem. Berger has to make the save. Miedemar's goal, the difference between the two sides. Here's Harder. Kira right and looking for Bethany England. Just have caught Sinsberger there. Such good news for Arsenal that Miedemar staged. He had a contract next summer, and Leon have long coveted the Dutch superstar striker. There was talk of a transfer fee being paid or part exchange deal involving Nikita Paris, but Paris came anyway. And Miedemar stayed. Wrighton with the cross. Beattie heads it away. There's Katie McCabe for Arsenal. Fall into a dangerous area unless you've got someone like that in there, Kim Little. So good in tight spaces. Very promising league debut by Marnham. Played in all three of the Champions League qualifiers. Cuthbert, Charles is there with her. Bethany England with the red boots on the edge of the penalty area. Harder just peeling away behind her, but they've caused Arsenal no problems whatsoever so far. Here's Bright. Sumptuous skills. Little gap open because of the clever run by Cuthbert. Into the gap. In the end, there were too many red shirts around her. They've had 56% of the ball, Chelsea, in the opening half hour, but the only effort they've had has come from Magdalena Eriksson up from the back. Miedemar, lovely weight on the pass. Beth Mead, there's no one in the middle though. Ambling forward, Arsenal in support, no great hurry, and Chelsea have got blue shirts back. Leah Williamson. Big season for her, approaching her mid-20s, and needs to button down a regular start with England. But when you've got Steph Houghton and Millie Bright ahead of you, tough task, especially in the form Millie Bright has shown in the last 12 months or so. It's a lovely header by McCabe. Going in behind Charles and gets across to the far stick. And Mead arrives. Iwabuchi's in a bit of space now and gets a shot, but gets a shot over. And suddenly she found herself in space because for some reason Melanie Leupolz, who knew she was on her shoulder, stepped out. Chelsea was sluggish defending. Watch Leupolz here, the number 8. She knows she's behind her, and then she steps out to go and watch Kim Little. All of a sudden there was a ghastly hole in behind her. And Arsenal should have had a second. Bad miss. Got a couple of goals for Aston Villa in a 6-month spell there. Halcyon days at Bayern Munich, where she won the title a couple of times. She won the title back in Japan 3 times. They were so disappointed not to win Olympic gold this summer. Japan, they won silver in London in 2012. She was a World Cup winner in 2011 and a runner-up in 2015. And what a signing man at Iwabuchi. Moritz with the throw. The intensity of the Arsenal press has just eased off a little bit, and Chelsea are beginning to find space. Here's Pernilla Harder. Carter has a go. Player who started as a centre forward, trying to get amongst the goals. This goal came in the FA Cup against London City Lionesses back in April. The FA Cup of 2020-21 has yet to be completed. Quarter-final, semi and final to be played this autumn. And then, of course, the new competition, 21-22, will be underway. Cuthbert tried to play it into Charles, who was strong in the tackle there. And here in Cuthbert. Lovely ball attempted into Bethany England, who's done well. Trying to cut it back to Harder, and Kim Little was aware. Decent movement by Chelsea. Astute defending by the Arsenal captain. Look where she comes from. A long way off the ball, Kim Little. Sees that danger and gets there. Here's Bright. A bit of pressure there on Berger, but she got it away. It is an important season for WSL football because of the new TV deals, and they also need to boost the averages, the average attendances within the grounds from the mark set a couple of years ago. No fans allowed in last season, of course. It is a growing game. Chelsea just growing their way back into this match. Their options for the bench, the new signing Neuven, a defender, Sophie Ingle, so reliable, harder midfield, Olympian. Fran Kirby, Jesse Fleming, Sam Kerr likewise, Jonna Anderson too, and Georgia Fox, and the veteran Drew Spence there as well. But this is an exciting bench. Arsenal has strength too, lots of Ruben Moy, young England player, Steph Catley's there, Australian international, Nikita Paris. Here come Chelsea. Harder. It just took a little deflection, and Manuela Zinsberger was sprawling. Deflected off Jem Beattie. Don't think it was going in. First corner. 8 minutes to go in the half. Cuthbert will take it. Plays it in towards the near post. Ooh, did that come off? Millie Bright in the end, I think it did. And Sam Kerr warming up. 28 next week. And Super Olympics. In the end, they finished up fourth. Fran Kirby had a more frustrating time with Team GB. She went there injured. They played a couple of games. Women's Footballer of the Year last season. McCabe's throw. Not a good one, Charles. Wearing heavy strapping, Niamh Charles, on that right thigh. She was strapped up in the warm-up, which is a concern for them because they do have a weakness in terms of strength and depth in that position. No Mjelde at the moment. Carter. Vanilla Harder with the run. Here's Cuthbert. Charles. Has made the run to the near post. That's straight down the throat of Zinsberger. Comfortable for the Austrian international goalkeeper. Comfortable save. Carter just got there in time. Boos from the fans. Cuthbert looks for Harder at the far post. Had a look, too much weight on the cross. Bright as a button there in Cuthbert, she worked so hard. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Been a decent game so far. Here's Jess Carter then for Chelsea. Bright. Vanilla Harder has Gira right out there on the left hand side. She just hasn't got going really as a left wing back, which means that Magdalena Eriksson's had to cover across too far on the left hand side, and that has left them, I think, stretched with Vivian Miedema. Iwabuchi turned into trouble. Repulse was there. Now Chi. Harder. Wrighton. Decent build-up by Chelsea, but where are they going with it? G, more direct now, back to her. Chance for Chelsea to level, and a very good intervening challenge by Leah Williamson. Kept it at 1-0 to Arsenal. Got there just in the nick of time. Chelsea beginning now to put the pressure on Arsenal. 2 minutes to go in the half. Their second corner. Casting out to right, and he'll switch it to the left foot then. Loop to the far post. There's a claim there by Chelsea that Eriksson was fouled. Millie Bright. Leopolds with the half turn. Here's Cuthbert. 1-1. It's been coming. Champions are level. Big vote of confidence in Erin Cuthbert today from Emma Hayes. Didn't make the Olympics for Team GB. Gets a start as the Olympians are rested, and she's played well so far. Left in there in a pocket of space. Came to her kindly. I don't know whether Beth Mead was supposed to be tracking her.